Cross River State blessed Ben Aka expressed support towards his political ambition. Bless NK Initiative, a non-governmental organization warmly treats elderly persons in the spirit of Easter. Plus, advocacy items for political parties to operate on party ideology. Details of these and more presently. Good evening, this is Nta Calabar News at 7. I am Maureen John now, the news info. Royal fathers from the 18 local government areas of the state have thrown their weight behind Ben Aka, a prominent governorship aspirant in the APC in the state. Achibombasi boasts that these traditional custodians gave assurance of their unflinching support to Ben Aka when he led members of his team to visit the royal fathers in the spirit of Easter. As Nigeria is preparing for 2023 general elections, political parties are advised to follow the tenets of democracy while choosing their candidates for true federalism. Political stakeholders in Calabar gave the advice for reacting to the issue of consensus arrangements in politics. Uda Etam tells us more.
Consensus is said to be an integral part of politics in Nigeria, and encouraging political parties to adopt the consensus candidates, stakeholders noted that such arrangement reduces costs and acrimony, as well as promoting unity among members of a political party.
So many people will always aspire to occupy very few positions. And if you allow everybody to aspire like that, along the line, it will breed discord, it will bring about rancor. Therefore, it is good for consensus arrangements to be put in place for the understanding of everybody, so that everybody will come to one accord and then the party becomes stronger, more unified.
For others, consensus is not really a way of identifying strong candidates. As such, transparent system of producing candidates through voting should be encouraged.
Consensus is against democracy in the first instance. According to the Electoral Acts, that all the aspirants or participants have to agree in writing. Otherwise, allow the people to go to the field.
Party members should insist on the processes of electing their leaders. By such process, let it be clear that the people hold the mandate of the people. If there are 100 people, if 51 vote for you, you're won by simple majority by the laws of the land.
They urged political parties to be guided by democratic acts, and if adopting consensus arrangements, it should be an agreement of all members of the political parties. In Calabar, Uduak Etam, NTA News.
Despite political ideology being the first and most important vehicle of a political party, it has been observed that Nigerian political parties seem to be bereft of clear ideological commitments. Political analysts stated this while reacting to the need for political parties to operate on parties' ideology for the building of a healthy democratic system in Nigeria. Correspondent has details.
Despite political ideology being the first and most important vehicle of a political party, it has been observed that Nigerian political parties seems to be bereft of clear ideological commitments. Political analysts note that this conclusion is predicated upon the relegation of politics of issues to the background and ascendancy of identity and money politics. The respondents observed that factors like rising magnitude of political vagrancy on the basis of selfish and parochial interest, high level of party indiscipline, absence and weakness of party cohesion and internal democracy, as well as high mortality and turnover of party leadership are some of the factors which may have hindered the consolidation of Nigeria's nascent democracy.
Nigeria as a case study, the political parties ought to extensively advocate or maybe extensively educate their members on their ideology, so that their membership is formed based on ideology, not based on relationship or based on godfatherism or based on anything outside the ideological balance. Today you observe that I've said, like today's politics, what I see today, people think more or less based on their stomach. We call it stomach infrastructure. Where am I going to get food to eat? That's where I go to. It doesn't care whether their tax reform is okay, whether the employment policy is okay, whether their pension policy is okay, whether their labor policy is okay. They don't care about that. All they care about is where they can feed.
So we have a problem right now. Ideologies are not followed, and this is indicated with the symptom of frequency of changing party up to the level of governors. Governors win election from a particular platform and suddenly move to another platform. This is not healthy for our development because it's not giving us the alternative that it intended to give when you have a multi-party system. What we are operating is supposed to be a multi-party system, but you see the real implementation looks like a bi-party system, where you either have X or Y. And the other parties that are not so prominent seem to file behind this supposedly bigger party, thereby subsuming their intended good manifesto to the bigger party that seems to be the one dominating the environment.
If parties have ideology that is well stipulated and well followed or implemented, you will see there are certain sections of the populace that might want to follow that party.
What then is the way forward?
So in my observation, it's not a healthy development, and it's also a sign that we have not really developed well when it comes to constitutional development and party politics that is driving other nations to where they want to go.
I believe that the political parties should do a lot of work. And I believe that ideological-based political party practice is going to help the economy and the states. That's the truth about it. So I think the advocacy policy in regarding the parties to promote their ideology is a very good one.
Political parties are, however, being enjoined to make operational their party ideologies in order to make political leaders accountable to public offices. In Calabar, Maureen Leo Ajom, NTA News.
The federal government is seeking new investors to revive the stale brass liquefied natural gas project. Minister of State Petroleum Resources Timothy Silva has pledged commitments to the completion of the project abandoned over 17 years ago. A statement by the Senior Advisor Media and Communications to the Minister of Petroleum Resources, Harald Shores Egu, says the minister was speaking during an inspection of project site in Tuan Brass, Bayelsa State, with management of Greenville and LG, an interested investor in the brass liquefied natural gas. This news is reaching you from the studio of Nta Calabar. You can watch this newscast on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Nta Calabar. We'll take a break and the news continues in a moment. Welcome back to the news. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has intercepted large consignments of cocaine smuggled into the country through 3 major international airports in Port Harcourt, Abuja, and Lagos. This was disclosed in a statement signed by the Director of Media and Advocacy NDLEA Headquarters, Abuja, Femi Baba Femi. According to the statement, 7 traffickers were also arrested in connection to the smuggling by Brazil-based drug cartel. The cocaine was hidden and smuggled using unconventional methods like inside toothpaste tubes and footwear. As the rainy season intensifies into the new farming season, inputs and relevant farming equipment are the concern of farmers in Cross River State for high-level productivity. This is the view of farmers and agricultural stakeholders while speaking with correspondents in Calabar.
With the commencement of a new farming season, farmers in Cross River State, particularly rice farmers, are optimistic that if improved and viable rice seeds are provided to them, the Rice Revolution initiative of the federal government will receive a boost as there will be increase in yield of rice production and other value chains.
It's a matter of putting synergy and linkages together to make the farmer be able to produce more.
With the establishment of the rice processing mill at Ogoja Yala in Cross River State, we can process a minimum of 10 tons per hour and the May is where it can be processed into different value of price you can think of.
If you go to Abi local government or Bobra, Bias local government, all the rice farmers are clearing their rice fields in preparedness for cultivation for this year. And Live ND have been able to support some of the rice farmers by supplying inputs to them.
These expectations of rice farmers is not far from being reached, especially as the Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises Project, Niger Delta, distributes premier rice seeds, Africa rice breeder seeds, herbicides and insecticides, as well as fertilizers to trained incubatees of rice value chain in Cross River State.
We need to look at the youths. These target beneficiaries. They have the strength, they have propensity to do those things that will keep us awake even when we are supposed to be sleeping.
With the gesture, the farmers are expectant of a bumper harvest. Agricultural stakeholders believe that with collaboration with relevant agencies, farmers will have needed inputs to increase food production and boost food security in the country. In Calabar, Maureen Leo Ajom, NTA News.
In order to develop effective solutions to addressing some of the challenges affecting elderly persons, and as well as create awareness for the care of elderly in the society, Blessed Nta Initiative, a non-governmental organization in the state, as part of Easter celebration, is desirous to make the elderly and vulnerable persons live a happy and healthy life. Erika Evie reports that the Easter special for the elderly took place at the Federal Secretariat, Calabar.
This set of people most time are neglected in the society. The Blessed Nta Initiative, with the mandate, believe that good deed to humanity goes beyond our existence on earth, as life is not qualified by worldly possessions, but how much one impact on fellow humans, especially towards the care of the elderly and vulnerable in the society.
The aged ones are the most set of people that need our help.
At this stage, they don't need much. What is their entitlement should be given to them.
Why not even biblically? No one is advised to throw away aged parents because of any reason. We are advised to cater for them.
The Chief Executive Officer of the organization, Victoria Nelson, says she is determined to support the elderly who are economically vulnerable.
I intend to achieve peace and healthy living for the elderly. I want to see how the elderly in Cross River State in Nigeria can be well taken care of, even with or without the presence of their family members.
We have transparency and accountability as our watchword, and she's very interested in that. She wants to apply it today.
Some of the elderly people are thankful to God for the kind gesture.
Those that organize this, that they think of the aged and old people and try to take care of us. May we, by the help of God, let Nigeria imitate what we are doing today.
In fact, I lack words to express what I have said.
There were a talk show, medical check-up, as well as special dance with the elderly to spice the occasion. High point of the occasion was the official inauguration of Blessed Nta Initiative by Dr. Diane Ugumani in collaboration with the Cross River State Government and Ministry of Humanity and Social Welfare. In Calabar, Erika Evie, NTA News.
Finally, a recap of the major story. Royal fathers in Cross River State have thrown their weight on Ben Akka as he makes his political ambition public. A non-governmental organization, Blessed Nta Initiative, has advocated care for the elderly persons as it treats the elderly persons to a warm reception in the spirit of Easter, which is love. Also in the news, political stakeholders are advocating political parties to operate on parties' ideology in order to hold political office holders accountable in public offices. That's it on the news. Thanks. Have a good night.